Okay, I said at the outset there were three concepts that I really wanted you to grab a hold of and consider how to implement in your business. One of those is what we call the inside reality versus the outside perception. Let me define the terms and then we'll talk about it. The inside reality is all of those things that you have worked on so hard for so long to make your business excellent, to make your business worthy of earning your customers. It's the way your phones are answered. It's how nice your office or your place of business looks. It's the before, during, and after the sale follow-up. It's all of those quality things that you have implemented in your business that really make you worth a customer coming to you. The outside perception, on the other hand, is the way your company or your business niche is viewed by the average customer that doesn't know you. An easy example, if you think about all the lawyer jokes, it's indicative of the fact that a lot of people don't like the law profession. It doesn't matter how good an attorney you are, how much your firm has helped your clients, the general perception is people don't like attorneys. You could say the same thing about car dealers. You could be the best car dealer in town, do wonderful service for your customers, give them great value, wonderful follow-up, super maintenance, but the general perception of automobile dealers is pretty negative. So how do you take that inside reality and overcome the outside perception? Well, you do it through your advertising. And the reason that outside perception of people has impacted your company is because you've done a really bad job with your marketing. Your marketing is filled with a lot of features that are important to you because you created them and you feel that they're really valuable additions to the service you offer, but they aren't really focused on the benefits to your client, to your customer, to your patient. Your marketing needs to be benefit focused, and it needs to really show in very clear terms the value proposition. Why should someone choose to do business with you versus the multitude of other companies that offer the same product and service, some of them at a lower price? So how do you overcome this? We use what we call a series of advertising evaluation questions, and we do this a lot of times before we start with a client. We always do it with our clients, and we have a series of 10 questions that we ask. And what we'll do with a client is we'll ask them to produce all of their marketing materials. We're going to look at their website. We're going to look at any landing pages they have online. We're going to look at the brochures that they use, the things that their salespeople leave behind. If they're on the radio, we want to read that advertising copy. We're looking at everything that they do, and we're asking these 10 questions. I'm going to share 3 of them with you today. First is the well, I would hope so test. This is a great way to determine whether you have platitudes in your advertising. A platitude is something that has absolutely no meaning for your prospect. It's something that they would expect from your business. Let me give you a couple of examples. A printing company. I'm not going to tell you their name. They're a big national print house. They do business with a lot of businesses across the country. Their advertising said, "Our job is to help the non-printing professional understand the printing industry." Well, I would hope so. If I'm going to bring you a big print job for my company, I don't know your business. I know my business, but I don't know the printing industry, and I expect that you're going to help me understand the best way to get what I want done printed at the most cost-efficient way possible. I expect you to make suggestions that might improve the quality of the product. Well, I would hope so. That's a platitude when you put out a phrase that somebody can respond with, "Gosh, I would hope you do that for me." Here's another one. This is from a management consulting company that works with manufacturers, helping them improve the efficiency on their manufacturing floor. Their slogan is, "Working with our consultants will bring about change." Well, I would hope so. Why would I hire a consultant if it wasn't to bring about change in my business? So look at your advertising pieces, and if you're making statements that should just be intuitive for a customer, they would expect you to do that, get rid of those and replace them with customer-focused benefit statements. Okay, the second advertising evaluation question is, who else can say that? Notice I didn't say who else can do that. Let me give you an example. We worked with an auto repair facility in San Antonio, Texas. Before and since, I have never been in an auto facility that was this well managed. If you went out into the service floor where they actually did the work on the cars and the trucks, it was immaculate. They steam cleaned those concrete floors every night. could almost eat your lunch on the floor. It was a big shop. They had 16 bays, and each one of their technicians had a minimum of 4 diplomas, 4 certificates in their work area that showed they had gone through extra training and were specialists in a particular type of service for automobiles and trucks. The waiting room. We've all spent time in automobile waiting rooms and service shop waiting rooms. This place was wonderful. Not only was it clean and comfortable, there was a cappuccino machine, so you could get free cappuccino. There was a really nice play area if you had your kids with you. And they actually had magazines that were less than 3 years old. The inside reality of this business was excellent, but I felt like they were not doing an effective job of conveying that. So I'm sitting with the owner and his general manager in his office one afternoon, and I'm expressing to him that I think we could do a much better job of conveying his inside reality. And he's not buying it. He says, no, I think we do a really good job. I said, okay, you've got your laptop open, pull up your company's website. So we did. I stepped around behind the desk so I could look at it with him. Typical website. Company name across the top. They did have their phone number prominent on the home page. That's important. And then a series of feature statements about all the things that he had done that in his mind made his business special. It's okay. This is all well and good. I know there's a shop about 1.5 miles down the street. Let's pull up his website. Okay, we open up a new browser window. We pull up the other website. And he's looking at it, and he gets this puzzled look on his face. Then he flips back to his site, the other site. He goes back and forth a couple times, and I can see him getting flushed and red. And then he stamps his fist on his desk, and he turns to his general manager. I know these guys. They do really bad work. We have cars that come to us for fixing after they've repaired them. How can he say these things? It's like he copied our website exactly. Now, he's getting more and more agitated. And this is Texas. It's reasonable to assume he had a firearm in his desk. So I kind of creep back around to the front of the desk and let him vent for a while. Finally, he acknowledges that they are not doing the best job they can. And so we went through and started doing a lot of changes in their advertising. Remember, it's not who else can say that. It's not who else can do that. It's who else can say that. And a lot of people can say what you say unless your advertising really conveys your inside reality in a customer-focused way and really conveys your value proposition. The third, and this is one of my favorites, is the cross-out and write-in test. Here's what I want you to do in the next day or so. Bring up your website and take a screenshot of the part of the site that's above the fold, what a customer sees when they first log into your site. Take a screenshot of that and print it out. Then do the same thing with 4 or 5 of your competitors. Print them all out and let's spread them out on the table. What you're going to find is they look remarkably similar. You all say pretty much the same things. Now, what I want you to do is take one of your competitors, cross out their name at the top of the site and write in yours. And then go to your page, cross out your name, and write in theirs. If there's not a substantive difference in the messaging, you flunk the test. If the only point of differentiation is the phone number, then you flunk. Now, reason why this is so important, if a prospect is looking for a vendor and they look through 4 or 5 or 6 websites and they're all basically the same, your prospect reaches one obvious conclusion. Everybody's the same. And what does that make them think? I just need to find the cheapest price. And that race to the bottom doesn't help your business at all. So the point of the inside reality versus outside perception concept is if you've developed a wonderful inside reality that's deserving of the business, the reason you're not getting more business is because your advertising doesn't effectively convey that. These 3 tests will give you a start, but what you really want to be thinking about is what is my value proposition? How do I reduce what we offer the customer to 6 to 8 or 10 words? And then what are the benefits? And convert your advertising from focusing on the features that you think are so important to the benefits that are actually important to your prospect.